Hello there guys and good morning everybody. Right, so I woke up this morning and there was a fresh announcement from Kabam, and this time around it is surrounding Rintrah. Now many of us have known about some bugs with Rintrah because of their immediate appearance on the Trello board. Basically a while back, that was like part of where Trello board thing and memes came from, is that in one random day they just dropped like 12 Rintrah bugs on Trello board, and we haven't heard too much since then. So now Kabam is giving us an update what is going to happen with Rintrah. Right, coming with the December update, there will be some minor changes to Rintrah, primarily consisting of a rework of his bio page. We have rewritten the info page to make his kit much easier to understand and to accurately represent abilities that are currently present in his kit that we feel are not properly communicated through his old info page. The new info page will add clarity to older abilities that will lack detail regarding how they work or were triggered. Along with this new info page, we're adding a hashtag dimensional being tagged to Rintrah and making some bug fixes to his kit to ensure abilities are functioning properly. Now, this whole dimensional tag thing is another separate issue, which obviously is stemming quite sharp reactions from some people. I'll give my personal opinion about that dimensional being tag being added to Rintrah slightly later. These fixes are minor and do not modify any of the core gameplay loops that define Rintrah's gameplay, and identifying surrounding using neutralize superinvestment buffs. Below is Rintrah's brand new info page along with the bugs that have been fixed. His spotlight will also be updated to reflect these changes. So there we go. And the following stats are on a based on rank 5 star, rank 5 6 star basically. Always active. Note, so armor break suffer minus 50% potency for each other armor break already on Rintrah to a maximum of 0 potency. Rintrah gains 600 attack rating per armor break debuff on him. Also, all of Rintrah's rupture debuffs deal 623 physical damage over 15 seconds. Note that Rintrah still has his base 30% energy resistance and 20% crit resistance. These have been removed from his info page since they can now be seen in attributes page. Fair enough, don't have an issue with that. All attack, when either champion lands a hit, Rintrah has 60% chance to inflict an unstacking 100% neutralize for 3 seconds. Against cosmic champions, it's 100% chance potency is 200% and duration is 6 seconds. Mythical charges, so I'm not going to read all of his abilities. There are a couple of changes that will make Rintrah slightly worse. Like one of the things that they are adjusting is how Rintrah was gaining 2 raptures when rooted, basically regardless of what hit you use, which is originally just meant to be the light attack. One of the key bugs found in Rintrah's kit was inflicting 2 raptures while any root effect was active, regardless of whether or not Rintrah was below 10 mythical charges or if he was used as a non-light contact attack. Rather than remove this and increase his damage somewhere else, where we have decided to keep it this way. Oh, so they are not actually changing that specific ability itself, so that players are using the ability intentionally or not could keep. Okay, fair enough. So they actually chose not to change it because that was one of the biggest pain points. Because if they were to bug fix Rintrah according to what was listed as a bug on the Trello board, then he would inevitably do less damage. So seemingly they are going to keep Rintrah in this regard the way he is in the game currently, which I'm quite fine with. And then first hit, so we have rest of his kit here. Sure, Dev notes Rintrah's power gains signature ability has been rewarded to function as it has been now. Okay, I've chosen to keep the current state of the ability rather than to modify it to match to an older text. Okay, fine. No issue with it. The following bugs have been fixed. Fixed an issue Rintrah's info page stated that his neutralized passives against cosmic superior champions were 5 seconds when they were 6, so that's fine. That's again staying as it is. Good that they're not changing it. Fixed an issue where Rintrah's neutralized passives against cosmic and superior champions had the incorrect base chance on 20 instead of 100. Fine. Still the same thing for most part. Fixed an issue where Rintrah would not gain 2 mythical charges when the opponent failed to gain a buff or due to ability accuracy when triggered at 18 or 19 charges. Never really noticed that one. Fixed an issue where Rintrah's opponent activated a special attack. The route that Rintrah would inflict himself with 20 plus charges would expire before the end of the special attack finished. Good. Fair enough. Fix an issue where the opponent strikes Rintrah with their fourth light attack. They would also root Rintrah while their back was against the wall. This one is weird. I never really experienced it though. Fix an issue where special one would only grant mythical charges while Rintrah has 16 or less, so I don't think it really matters. You know, we're not really throwing special ones too much anyways at that point. Overall though, as much as I see it from now, I'm kind of fine with it. I think that this is what they should do with quite a few champions, and this is what they should have done with champions like Moleman and a whole bunch of other champions, where instead of changing their kits around, they largely just adjust the descriptions, especially if this is something that has been in the game for like years. You know, why change it? Like, Moleman was a very good champion. He wasn't broken. He wasn't like the top skill champion. He was, you know, popular. And I think much better, you know, course of action could have been they just left him as he is, because he was in the game like that for like nearly 2 years. Instead of actually going and changing it, they're creating more work for themselves and pissing off the player base. So, I think this approach is pretty much better, right? Fixed a couple of bugs that were like actual bugs. Just changed the description on some of the abilities. Perfectly fine with that. Let me know what you guys think about stuff like that in general. But we definitely do want to talk about dimensional tag content, because it is sparking quite a lot of discussions, right? We can already see the threads here saying Rintrah update inconsistent, Rintrah nerf, here we go. Not spend any money on 7 mana deals, here we go, because he's dimensional being or something like that. So there's obviously two extremes to this point. Like, and here's the thing. All of you are awesome. Any person watching my videos by default is probably more engaged with this game than 85% of the player base. And I have been blessed with very knowledgeable, good and understanding viewer base, for most part. And I appreciate you for that. That is also no accident, obviously. But in MCOC community, we do have very vocal fringe stuff. If we all know, and I use this term myself as like, you know, Kabam White Knights, that could literally allow to any Kabam employee walk in their home, take a shit on their desk, and the White Knights would somehow still defend it. We have a group of players like that. And then we have a group of players where if Kabam accidentally sneezed within their vicinity, they would pretend that they are dying of some sort of biohazard infection within an hour, and that all is Kabam's fault. And we have those people too. And, you know, the actions on this dimensional tag is pretty much a good illustration of it. I mean, how one champion gets added one tag that allows Blade, who's largely irrelevant champion at this point in any competitive game modes, to do Rintrah fights better. Will Blade be the best Rintrah counter now? No. Blade doesn't. He's going to be fine. He's going to be better. He's going to be serviceable. He's not going to be like anywhere close to the default Rintrah counter, will he? And now I'm not spending any money on Cyber. This is outrageous. And like, calm down. I can understand that you might be happy or unhappy about it. I cannot understand that you're going to like choose this to be the hill that you die on. Busted inputs, bugs, issues with Kabam and communication, and one thing after another. And them adding dimensional being is the thing that breaks you. And I'm sorry, I think it's a massive overreaction. Just like people, in the forums here as well, just, openly attacking him, mocking him, stop crying, it doesn't matter at all. It does matter, it changes things, obviously it does, but, not to the extent that he's pretending there. So we have the White Knights, ganging up on the guy who is extremely unhappy about the tag being added. But I think that largely both of those groups of people are absolute fucking morons. Because, yeah, I get it. It could be annoying, or you could be happy about it, because just as an easy way of looking of this tag being added to Rintrah as a quote-unquote nerf, you could look at it as a buff to Blade. Blade has another dimensional being he can counter, and you might have a better reason to rank Blade if you like Blade. On top of it all, Rintrah being a dimensional being tag now will enable him to do the Karina Challenge's dimensional being objective in the Eternity of Pain quest, There are good and bad things to take from this stuff, and none of it's, let's get about pitchforks or let's polish our shields to defend Kabam on this one. It's it has its good sides, it has its bad sides, kind of makes sense. And the funny thing is that there's one post in here that this Butters gets it correct. I think Butters got it at least. I don't know who this person is or how the rest of his posting history is, but Blade should have always been a counter to Rintrah from day one. It's just been fixed finally. Still doesn't make him any less of a beast. Okay, this try somewhere else or adapt that. Never mind. Not Butters, but somebody else. Because there were people who were asking Rintrah to be dimensional being from day one. So Rintrah. Yeah, well, this is so Rintrah now is dimensional being, is now tagged as dimensional being, like should have been, fine. Because there were genuinely people wondering why Rintrah is not. Anyways, that's where I kind of sit in. I think Rintrah having dimensional being tag added to it has its good sides. Obviously has its downsides for Rintrah. Blade is the clear winner here. He has one more champion that he can, fight against. And overall, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Nobody should be getting their panties in a twist because Rintrah has a dimensional being tag. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about